October the 30th, and I'm absolutely elated. I'm joined by, well, do I say just Haddon or do I say Josh Haddon? That's a good question. I'm going to put it to him right after this.
Galaxy 107fm.
That's right. You're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. And Barbara, are you? I think you are. I really do. And I'm joined and believe me, I'm really excited about this. Haven't actually interviewed anybody out of Napier before, down in the Hawke's Bay, until today, and we're going to be joined by Josh Haddon. And Josh, it's an absolute pleasure to have you with us. Let me just turn you on here. Welcome to Galaxy.
Hi, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
You know something, and believe me, this is a real treat for me because, believe me, I hear a lot of American accents and been, interviewing a lot of Americans lately, a lot of Canadian ones and also Australian as well. So to have a Kiwi on the show, I'm absolutely brimming with this one.
I guess,
Yeah, kind of. That accent. I love the Kiwi accent. I really, really do. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of time today, and we've only got 2 songs that we can play for you. We do have 3, but unfortunately, one's explicit, and, well, we're not allowed to play it. I'll get fired, otherwise I really would. But I'd love to be able to play it. But we're going to kick it off, and I'm absolutely fascinated by this song, because it was the second song that I heard of yours, Playboy. Now, tell me a little something about this, because, believe me, I love this track.
it's just about girls. Just being a playboy, kind of getting through the girls a little bit.
Welcome to the world, man. Believe me, in the show business, I've had my hand slapped a couple of times as well. So I get it. I understand that, and congratulations. It's nice to see the male tradition here in New Zealand carrying on. We can define a Kiwi, can't we? We can. That's a bird. Yeah, that's a bird that eats roots, shoots, and leaves, right? Yeah. So now tell me about this. How did you come to the lyrics of this?
So one of my favorite artists, his name is Lil Peep, and in one of his songs, he basically just says he's a playboy, and I was like, wow, that's so interesting. That's such a cool lyric, and then I kind of just built an entire song around that.
That's cool. That is cool. It really, really is. Now, tell me something. You haven't actually been a recording artist, a singing artist, or per se an artist for that long now. About a year, is that right?
It's been about 9 months so far.
9 months?
Yeah.
And in that time, you unfortunately have to end up here.
What do you mean, unfortunately?
But you've got me to talk to, and well, I feel sorry for you for that. So let's kick this off. You're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and joined live by Josh Haddon. Is it Haddon or Josh Haddon?
Just Haddon, man.
Just Haddon.
That's my name, my stage name.
Just Haddon, man. Here he is with Playboy. So how you feeling, Josh? You okay?
Yeah, I appreciate the opportunity. Thank you.
Oh, believe me, bro, it's an absolute pleasure. Now, I just got to ask you, what's the deal with Paul Marshall? Are you signed to his label, or?
Yeah, I'm signed to Do It Records.
Nice. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
I do have a friend that would like to talk to you, though, who actually does have his own label, but he will promote and spread the word of Haddon throughout the UK. Yep. Would you mind if I introduce you to him?
Oh, no, I don't mind at all.
Now, the cool thing about this is he also has a magazine and a TV show, a radio station, a podcast, and he does tours and concerts. You never know, you might get on well enough to get over to England, where he is, because he does a huge concert, a big festival thing, at a castle.
Yeah, at a castle.
At a castle. This is like...
Being in the castle.
Well, about 180,000 people outside the castle. You know what I mean? but it's in that kind of, this is huge. So I would like to be able to introduce you, but at the same time I'm going to introduce you via Paul as well.
Yeah.
Because I think my friend needs to talk to Paul as well, if you know what I mean. And that way you
He's
never
like
know.
his manager.
You might cohabitate a label. Don't know whether that would work or not, but he will probably want to promote you and put you in his magazine, put you on the radio, and do a TV thing as well.
Thank you very much for that.
He's got a deal going with Warner Brothers. Okay, so
Yeah.
believe me, I trust my friend. I don't often hand him artists, but when I do, when I find something that I'm really interested in, I'll give him a tap on the shoulder, and believe me.
Thank you so much for that.
We'll do a group Skype, we'll do a group SMS thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
An intro.
Yeah.
No harm in talking, right?
No harm at all.
Anyway, let's go back to this. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, 29 after 11 o'clock, 21 degrees. Not bad actually, it's quite muggy at the moment. Has been up as high as 23 today, so we've already blasted the weatherman completely out of the water. Now, I'm absolutely elated, and I've got to say thank you to everybody that's joining us live here on Facebook Live right now. But if you're going to watch it a little later on YouTube, you know what to do, right? Yeah, sub, thumb, bell, bingo. That way you get all the notifications when we're doing this again. Yeah, absolutely stunning. And I'm joined by a Kiwi this time. Believe me, it's great to have a Kiwi voice here at Galaxy. And coming out of Napier, Hawke's Bay, is Haddon. Now, Haddon, I got to say, absolutely stunned at the progress you've made in the very, very short time that you've actually been an artist. Let me fill you in a little bit here. Haddon is a local Hawke's Bay artist who has been creating much less than a year. However, under the year, he's achieved a multitude of musical feats that few artists have been able to achieve in the time making music. 9 months he's been doing this, signed to a label in Auckland, and I've got to say, Do It Management, Paul Marshall, stunning. Great work here. You're doing absolutely well. Paul, by the way, give me a call. I want to talk to you about something where we might be able to cohabitate Haddon in other parts of the world. You might be interested in that. Anyway, I got to ask you, and literally I see here in your influences you got Juice WRLD, Trippy, and Little Mosey. I love Little Mosey, I've got to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So what made you get into want to be an artist? What made you want to play music?
So I've always loved music. Like, music has just been a huge part of my life as a constant. Like, just even growing up as a kid and stuff, your parents like have parties and stuff. So you lie there at night and you just hear the music, you know. And so like when I basically I got diagnosed with something called fibromyalgia, which is basically just like chronic pain, and so I couldn't do anything that a normal teenager would do, like at least on the regular. So like, you know, not video games, but like say like playing football or something, which was one of my passions. So I basically was just bedridden for a while, which of course when you're stuck in bed you kind of become depressed. And through my depression I ended up finding a bunch of new artists and a bunch of new music, and just basically music became my everything. And so from there I kind of was just like, well, if I can listen to these people and like take in their input, I can probably create my own and have my own input or output, you know, to the world. And yeah, that's what I've been doing ever since.
Well, I got to congratulate you, and believe me, it is not easy getting an interview here at Galaxy. It really, really isn't. Doesn't matter who you know, what you know, how you know. It goes through a process. And in Paul Barbara, she gets about 30 bands a day from around the world inundating her, wanting to do the interviews, wanting to do the promos, the whole enchilada.
Yeah,
Then
package.
Yep, and then it's got to go to production. Barbara and see, we only have so much time in the day, in the week, to be able to do these. You know what I mean? So we got to whittle that down. And don't forget, 30 a day. That's a lot of bands. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
just to be able to fit 1 or 2 interviews in a week. Then it's got to go to a board. The board's got to agree on it. Literally.
oh, that's bullshit. is.
Yeah, it is. I mean, there's 8 to 12 people, depending on which board meeting we're going to be having. But their only concern is it's got to be good. It's got to, it's our image that they're trying to protect. You know what I'm saying? Then it comes to me. Now, I've got to be honest with you, Murray. I play the music in my car. Now, I do that for a couple of reasons. First reason is, besides having a kick-ass stereo in my car, believe me, it's great.
Yeah, I guess.
Nobody else can influence my decision on whether I want to do the interview or not. You know what I'm saying? The second reason is, well, to be honest with you, bro, nobody wants to drive with me.
Really? Are you just a bad driver or something?
Well, you see, I live in Komodo, right? We're a milling town in between Rotorua, Whakatane, Tauranga, and, well, lots and lots of fire breaks, and they kind of feel that going sideways is unnatural.
Yep. One of those ones,
Yeah. Yeah, but, I'm only trying to emulate what Barbara's son does because he's actually a New Zealand champion race car driver.
Jeez, that's pretty solid.
Yeah, literally. And he does very, very well, So, there's no harm in practicing, right?
Oh, I can completely agree with that whole, the car thing, because that's one of my things is the car test. Because, you're driving along and you can't sing along and it's not good enough. It's not good enough,
There you go. Well, you don't want me singing in your car.
I mean, maybe I do.
No, you don't. Look, bro, I can't sing. I can't carry... Well, I can sing tenor. Or maybe 12 miles away from anybody that wants to hear me.
So can you throat sing or whatever it's called?
No. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. No, thank you. I don't have enough cough medicine to put my throat right afterwards. Not enough Lion Red beer. By the way, what's the flavour beer that you drink down there?
So I have a liver problem as well as the fibro, so I don't even drink.
Okay, no, good on you, because different regions, of course, have different flavours. Way down the South Island, you're looking at Spates and stuff like that. Up the north, more Lion Red. Around the Waikato area, of course, there's the Waikato beer and stuff like that, and it goes on and on. Just wondering what the flavour of syrup was down that way.
For sure. But for my parents, it's probably either Heineken or Tui.
Ah, there you go. Yep, that's Napier, isn't it? Yeah, absolutely.
Gisborne.
And Gisborne?
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
My son drinks
Yep, of course, Barbara's son lives in Gisborne, you see, so, she's agreeing, she knows. Yeah, absolutely. It's always interesting finding a little something quirky about New Zealanders and their regions. You know what I'm saying?
He does race at Napier.
Yeah, every place has your own little quirks and stuff.
Hold on a minute. I'm sorry.
He races at Napier Speedway.
You race at Napier Speedway?
Anton does.
Eh?
Anton.
Oh, Anton does. Sorry. Anton races at Napier Speedway. I might have to try and wangle you some free tickets.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Okay.
Front row though,
Well, I know the mother of a New Zealand champion. I'll see if I can quirk her into getting some for you. How's that? Racing season's about to start again soon, isn't it?
Yeah.
It started.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, there you go. We're in. Absolutely love that. I do. Now, as I say to you, Haddon, I listen to you. Now, I get no information on my USB thing that I Bluetooth onto my car stereo and go driving in. All I get is the music. No title, no artist name, anything like that. And the first song I heard, literally, was Remember. Now, I had to go back, turn it up, literally, open up the car doors, crack a cold one, take in the area of where I was at the time, and believe me, it was very spectacular as far as the view went, and just damn well enjoyed this. Now tell me why I can't seem to get through a breakfast show without playing Remember. How come it's so successful?
It's like the, what's it called, nostalgia. And it doesn't really matter who you are, it creates some sort of nostalgia. That's how I feel personally, because it's just remembering, and it doesn't necessarily, I made it about a girl, but it doesn't necessarily have to be about a girl, depending on who you are, because everyone's nostalgic for some sort of time, and just trying to remember that time.
I love that, I really do. So, joined live by Haddon, coming out of Napier, Hawke's Bay, New Zealand, here is Remember.
Seth got the waves. Boy 50. Boy 50.
Now that's what I was going to ask you, is who was the young lady at the start of that?
Oh, so that's the producer's tag.
Oh, okay.
So the producer I use is called Boy 50, and so that's his tag.
Ah, okay. Now I understand, but you know something? It bloody well suits.
Yeah.
Because we thought that was part of the song.
Yeah. I think a lot of people do.
Yeah, absolutely. And believe me, you got one of New Zealand's best engineers in the other room, receiving and working music all the time. Poor Brookie. We flog the guy. We do.
Say something else.
I was not going to say something else. His name's Brooke. Wasn't going to call him anything else either.
Oh,
No. I'm far too kind for that. And then they're going to go, no, you're not. So, I've got a couple of seconds left. I can't ask you to come to New Zealand and tour because, well, I think you're already here.
Yeah.
But we
You can't talk about those other things.
we
you
do
talk
do
about
bands
either.
and bring bands into the country once the COVID virus thing's over and done with.
Stuff. Yeah.
Would you be interested in taking the stage at some of the shows that we do?
Yeah, of course. I got a show tonight, so yeah.
Brilliant,
Oh.
brilliant. Let's talk about that actually. Give it a promo. So, a standard fan question, and believe me, it seems to be a standard fan question these days. Every day that we do this one question comes up. Haddon, how do we, as a fan, get in touch with you? Are you on Facebook? Are you on Twitter? Are you on Instagram? But more importantly, Haddon, do you respond?
So I'm on all social medias and Addicted to Haddon. It's a 2 though, so like Addicted and then number 2, Haddon. So that's on all social medias. And then, yeah, I reply pretty quick. Depends on the day though. Some days are pretty busy. Some days there's nothing.
Well, you shouldn't have said yes, because now you're going to get another 5,000 Facebook fans. No time at all. You'll have no time to do anything because you'll be sitting there doing this all day. But having said that, do you have a website? More importantly, can we buy your music on your website, or do you have a merch store?
So no, I don't have a website, and I do merch, but like it's only for like close friends at the moment because it's something kind of like exclusive, and just stream my stuff on Spotify or SoundCloud.
Well, I'm going to hit you up now. I hope I'm becoming a close friend because, and this is a practical idea, literally. Today I'm wearing Black Market 3. Now, people who watch these interviews literally go online. Before you know it, there's another 5,000 Twitter fans.
Yeah.
You get...
Well, here's this is my merch. Let's see. So, I believe in like manifestation. So I put all the things I want to manifest in my life on basically a hoodie, and so then people walking around basically manifesting for me.
That's an uncanny idea. I like that idea. I really do. Tell you what, send me one. I don't mind manifesting for you at all. You know, it'd be a pleasure actually. It really, really would. But at the same time, we would love to be able to promote you more. How would you like to do me a couple of voiceovers going, hi, this is Haddon, and you can hear me at galaxy107fm, something like that, on a recordable 58, and we'll add it to that. You see, the whole IQ about this literally is the more times people hear your name, hear who you are, hear your music, hear everything about you, the more it's...
Eventually they're going to be like, well, who is this guy? Why am I hearing him all the time?
Exactly, it's an earworm thing, you know what I mean? It just gets in there, it does. And Haddon has that effect. Now, I've got to be honest, when we first started playing Haddon here at Galaxy, we didn't say a thing, just played it.
Yep.
Then we got inundated by people on the internet. Poor Sarah at the reception couldn't deal with it. There was so many people wanting to know who, what, when, how, why. So, we had to do this interview. We really, really do. Got to ask you, though, it's surreal times right now, especially with this COVID virus thing going on. Even though, and I've got to be honest, I'm proud of us as a country, as people, you know, because we've done so well.
Oh yeah, I completely agree with that. New Zealand's like fantastic.
Compared to the rest of the world right now, that's looking a little shabby, to be very honest. Yeah, you know, quarantine camps? Hell yeah! Take that! But they're the best quarantine camps I've ever heard of. I've got to be honest, you know, 5-star quarantine camps. But if you're going to make fun of us, you know, we'll take it because we are doing better than you. Yeah, take that. Anyway, but it is a surreal time with this COVID-19 thing going on right now. But we do and are planning on bringing bands into the country to do tours, to do festivals, to do shows. Now, not only here in New Zealand, but also in Australia as well. So we can't wait for everything to get, you know, a pass note and get back to work. Would you consider taking the stage with some of our artists?
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, that'd be fantastic.
Brilliant.
Love it, Sean.
Yeah, so do we. Now, having said that, you mentioned to me that you're doing a show tonight. Tell me a little bit about that.
So I run a collective. It's called Space Apes. So it's just all the local artists in Hawke's Bay that like make music that I enjoy. And so tonight we're doing a show at someone's party, and probably I think it's the Hastings Hall. So roughly 100 people. Yeah.
Okay, so what time is that?
About 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Okay, Napier, you know where to go. You know how to do it. Get in there. Go and see Haddon.
Private
You know,
party.
folks, believe me, we need more live entertainment these days. We really, really do. We're starved of it. We really are. So good on you for getting out there, taking the initiative and entertaining local people in Napier and Hawke's Bay.
Yeah.
Absolutely stunning on that idea. It really, really is. Having said that, my friend, well, we would love to be able to see you on stage, you know, here and there and up and down the country with some of our artists as well. I really would like that. But if the opportunity came up, would you possibly consider going offshore to some of the people we may be able to put you in contact with to do shows over there?
Yeah, I would jump on that opportunity. Yeah.
Brilliant, brilliant. Well, I tell you what, we do have to talk to Paul Marshall. In fact, we're going to be doing something with Paul very, very shortly. I've heard he's brought out a new song, so we're going to talk to him about that. But I would like to include you and Paul and have a conversation with a good friend of mine that comes out of the UK. And, well, there's no harm in talking, is there?
No harm at all.
Brilliant. Haddon, just got to ask you one more thing. While this COVID thing's going on, are you writing more music? Are you recording more right now?
So I used to record 6 songs a day. Whereas now kind of calmed down a bit, and I'm just doing like 2 or 3. But still kind of on the grind.
That's cool. So what I'm going to ask you next is basically this. Will you come back again? Will you release new music with us here at Galaxy? We would love to promote you.
Oh yeah, so my next release is called Bounce, and I think you'll like it. It's about girls with big bums. So.
Ah boy, we're Kiwis, we think alike, we do, we're men. Yep, loving that. Get that to Barbara, please, will you? And we would love to be able to sort out and have you back again for another interview here at Galaxy. If we've got maybe an EP or something there, please pass that on to us. We'd love to do a longer, fuller interview than just a couple of songs. I've got to be honest with you, because I love your style. I love your work as an engineer, and believe me, I've been an engineer now for about 37 years. It's not often that I find somebody that I'm really, really interested in here in New Zealand.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, my bro? So
Yeah.
if there's a way that we can get you up that ladder that much more,
Yeah.
would you give me 5 minutes to talk to you about it?
Yeah, of course.
Brilliant. In the meantime, my bro, we'd love to have you back again. Don't go anywhere just yet, because we're going to do a couple of crazy photos and bits and pieces, put them on the websites and all the, all the medias, everything like that, splash you around. And we'll also do a quick video as well. But in the meantime, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. Good morning.
Galaxy 107 FM.